going to go through it again. In other words, if I go to my level 3 here, and I got my primary duct, the way that you check to make sure everything is connected is you go to this duct right here and you do tab, tab, tab. If everything goes purple like that, and if you select it, if everything goes purple like that, then you know everything is connected, okay? Then you do the other side. Tab, 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 pick. All right. Some of you, not everything's connected. Okay, so you've got to look where the blue stops, and there's something wrong at that point. Okay, and if you need help with that, that's why I'm here. But I just wanted to show you that. Other things that I seen on 3 that were causing people some errors, and I'll be handing back your grade sheets to you here in a little bit, so you'll be able to see. But you should not run a duct right on top of a wall if it runs parallel to the wall. Now, they're allowed to go through the walls perpendicular at 90 degrees. That's no problem. But some people, and it was the restroom area that seemed to be giving a lot of people issues. They were like running their ducts right over top of these walls and right over top of these walls, and you got to be careful with that. Okay? Perpendicular, yes, you can go. Like, here's a mistake on mine right here. See this right here? Right here's a mistake because I ran it through this wall right here, perpendicular, but it's sitting on top of that wall. Now, why is that an issue? If you take a look at the ductwork in this room right here, the duct up on the upper left over there, imagine that duct being right in that wall and how tough it would be to replace it. If they needed to replace it, you wouldn't even be able to get it out if it was running right on top of that wall there. So you want to run them through the walls perpendicular, but don't do this. And here it is again. I'm showing you right here. Here's a mistake on mine. Now, how do you fix that? Well, you can use your arrows. Watch this. I could click on this duct right here, click my arrow, and just move it over so it's not in that wall anymore. Okay? That's how you fix it, so that you don't have ducts sitting right on tops of walls. You can just pick a duct and use your arrows and try to move them around. See, like right here, look at this. See how this is good because this one's running below that wall. But if it was right on top of that wall, that would be an issue. That would be something that you would have to change. Okay, so that's what I kind of looked for as far as layout goes. The other thing that you cannot do is you cannot go back through another piece of duct. And I don't know if I have anything that's close to that. Like here, look here. See, this one, I had it go by here and it hit right here and it synced up and went in and everything. But let's say that this VAV was down here a little bit further. I can't go through this flex duct or through this duct to get back to that primary duct. You cannot do that. You would have to go around it with a duct, okay? You cannot cross back through an existing piece of ductwork. So watch for things like that. That's the mistakes that I was seeing, yes. I just decided not to heat it, but I mean, you should have one in there probably. Yeah, you should. I mean, it makes sense to have one. There's a storage room on the 3rd floor. I didn't put anything in either. See this one right here? I just said these 3 rooms in the back, they're like maintenance rooms or, you know, stuff like that. So I didn't choose to heat them. If it does, you could use the arrows and move it again. I'm going to show you all that whenever we're done. First thing I want to show you is this, so that you can see this area a little clearer. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on the tag, and then I'm going to turn on leader up here in the green. And then put your mouse right on that little plus arrow sign there, click and hold, and you can pull that room name outside the building. And it'll leave a leader pointing into it. Now, why am I doing this? Because it's going to make it easier to see the plenum and the rooftop unit and everything like that once we put it in. So I'm going to go to all 3 floors. I'm going to go to the 2nd floor, and this telephone and communications, I'm going to turn on leader and bring it out. Now, if you don't turn on leader, it'll give you an error. It'll tell you that your name is outside of the region or something like that. So you have to have the leader on in order for you to be able to drag it outside the room area. All right. So I just did that on all 3 floors. Okay. I want to go over here to Brightspace because I want to show you what we're going to be doing today. Completing the air supply system. So if we click on that, that's week 4 under activities. We're going to open it up that we've been working with. We're going to duplicate the roof, and we're not duplicating it. We already have it. All right, and we're going to add the rooftop units, create a vertical duct, and connect it to the existing system. And then we will have and you'll be able to go to your 3D view. You'll be able to tab over the unit, and it should bring up your whole building. All the HVAC stuff should turn purple. All right, so I did some calculating to figure out which rooftop unit we need. Now, again, it's going to be under mechanical equipment, I believe is the category. But if we click on that, I don't think we have any air conditioning units loaded right now. We have an air handling split system or something like that, but I don't have any, there's no air conditioners. So when you go into systems and you go into mechanical equipment, you then want to go to load family right here. Now, based on the calculations that I did, we're going to use a 15 to 25 ton air conditioning unit. Oh, that's something a mechanical engineer, which I'm not. And I would venture to say that I'm pretty close on my calculations, but there's so much involved. You have to do the time of year. You have to take that into consideration. You have to take into consideration all the materials that are seeing any type of sunlight, carpet, brick, concrete, whatever it is. There's a figure that you have to figure in for that. And you always do it on the cold side. In other words, you're always going to calculate for cooling the room, not for heating the room. Okay. If you can if you pick an air conditioning unit that's designed to cool an area, it's going to be able to heat an area because hot air is lighter to push. Okay.